Hi guys, it's Sheryl and I'm back with a new layout. This is my first layout for January and our theme this month is to use stamps. So I'm a little bit excited and a bit nervous just to start, with this layout because I was a little bit scared since I don't really use stamps on my layouts. I do have like lots of like this mini stamps, and that's what I'm gonna be using, those mini stamps from Studio Calico, from Freckle Fund, and from Heidi Swap, and from the new collection of Pinkapislee, the Turn the Page. So those are the stamps I'm going to be using. So what I'm doing is I'm making some sort of like a background for my layout. I'm just going to stamp words, phrases, smileys, stars, hearts, and butterflies. And I'm going to be using 3 different inks. I'm going to be using a blue, a black, and a brown. I think both the blue and the black are from Studio Calico, from Color Theory, and the other one I bought it on in my local art supply store. So here I am. I'm just starting with my layout, and I have no idea like what is gonna happen. I'm just like going with the flow. I'm just stamping here and there, and I do like double stamping, so you'd be able to see like a little bit faded of stamp, just to add some different texture. Yeah, so I am just going through whole layout, adding different colors, and my thought is like, okay, so once I finish with this stamping process, what should I do next? I didn't know if I should, do a little bit of mixed media, but then I didn't want to kind of like destroy the, stamping area. So what I did in the end is I just started splattering um, like 3 colors of Shimmerz. These are new Shimmerz that are in the store right now, and I used them and I splattered like on the left side. You're going to be seeing in about a few minutes, and I kind of like regret it because it was like too much and it was like all over the place. So on that side I will be placing my pictures and embellishing, and you'll be able to see a little bit of the splattering, but it kind of cover up like most of the parts, so that was great. So the reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes mistakes happens. It can be not bad, but not what you thought that could go great with the layout. So you can just find different solutions for it. You don't have to start all over again. um, yeah, so that's what happens to me like a lot. Just starting something, and then I'm like, okay, I don't like this. So instead of starting all over again, I'm just finding a different solution, just covering up, or I don't know what, just leave it there and just deal with it. And yeah, so now you can see that I'm using the splattering right now, and then I was like, okay, this does not look great, and I knew it didn't look great, but what I did is I continued splattering and just make it worse. The colors that I use here are the Vibez Frostbite and Blue Jeans, and the Spritz Chance of Rain. So they're like the color themer is like it's kind of bluish, yeah, blue and black with a little bit of brown. But the theme here is kind of like a blue color theme, and yeah, so I was thinking what I am doing, let's stop it, and my hand couldn't stop splattering. And then this is the moment I was like, okay, this is all over the place, this is not right, what are you doing, let's start all over again. And I was like, okay, no. I had the picture for this layout, and it's actually 4 mini um, photos. So I was like, okay, great. So that would like take a big part of that area where I want to cover. and then I'm gonna embellish. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be okay. Don't panic. Don't have to start again. And I am using the pattern papers that I'm using here are from the Dear Lizzy newest collection, the Stargazer. And it's so beautiful. As you can see, this floor is so beautiful. I try to hoard the pattern papers, but I made promise to myself in the beginning of the year, don't hoard beautiful things, just use them and make pretty things with them, because then you have like full a stash of papers which are beautiful and you haven't used and they're like getting old, so just have to use them. Now, so part of my way to cover all of this mess is just to add some washi tapes, and these are the washi tapes that are in the collection as well. I love that gold foil. It's so thin and it's so, I don't know how to say that, vibrant. It's not a really gold, but it's more like a rose gold, I think, the colors, the color of that washi tape. And I really like it, like poking, underneath the photo. And now I'm starting with the embellishments. So the embellishments are from the same collection. I think that's the only collection I've used in this layout because it's a new collection that I just opened. And I am using as well the sticker sheet and the chipboard stickers. So I started just having some fun with the embellishments, because that's like the best part, I think, in scrapbooking. I really love embellishments, and I really tried not to go on the right side. I didn't want to embellish the right side, because I wanted to show the background that I made, not to cover it. I just want to cover one side. And yeah, so I'm continuing like just embellishing here and there, and I put that cute deer. It didn't have to do with anything, but it was so cute, and I felt that, like, it was supposed to be there, even though it didn't had any it wasn't really related to what I'm scrapbooking, but I still just tuck it in there. And yeah, so I'm just continuing embellishing here and there, adding some flowers, and yeah, so I think the next part is I am going to start with the sequins. So because I wanted to cover the left side, like I told you, I just put the sequins on one side, and I think it really looks great. It's like one part of the layout is quite like a little bit dark, and the left side is a little bit light, so it has like contrast. So I think it turned out great. The sequins that I'm using are the Spring Wedding sequins, the Moonshine Delight, and the gold, which are my favorite right now, the gold snowflakes that come in like in the mini sequins set, and the Dreamland. The Dreamland is like a beautiful set. It has a really colorful, it's really dreamy. It has a really colorful sequence. I really like the combination of it together, of all the sequins together. And then the next and the final thing I'm going to be doing in this layout is I'm going to cut it down a little bit, and I'm going to mat it on a scrap pattern paper that I had. It was a leftover from one of my projects. Yeah, so it was perfect since I only used the center of the pattern paper, and I could use it as a borders for a frame for my layout. And this is basically my layout, so thank you very much for watching, and I wish you a happy new year, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.